Hey guys, what's up? It's Charlie here, and today we're going to be looking at 10 mistakes you make every day. There are some things we've done all our lives, and because we've been doing them one way for so long, we just assume that it's the best or correct way. Well, this video shows the real best or correct ways to do everyday things, and I'm sure you'll learn something amazing from this list. So be sure to like the video and subscribe, and comment I subscribed and I'll try to reply. So, coming in at number 10, we have washing your hair. Showers are great, they help keep you clean and smelling fresh. So how could there be such a thing as too many showers? Well, have you ever noticed your hair is kind of greasy after showering with shampoo twice a day? Surely doing this would make your hair as clean as possible, right? Wrong. You should actually wash your hair every 2 days at the most, not every day and definitely not twice a day. If you use shampoo to wash your hair too much, then you're removing the sebum in your hair. Sebum is an oil that your body produces, and it produces the exact right amount. But if you keep washing this oil off, your body won't be able to keep up and will produce too much oil, making your hair greasy. So wash your hair, just don't do it too much. Next up we have lid coasters. Have you ever been drinking from a disposable cup and used a coaster? Or maybe you didn't have a coaster and had to put your drink down, creating a lot of drink rings all over your table. Well, what if I told you there's a way to make you not require a coaster and not create coffee rings on your desk, and it's built right into your cup. Disposable cup lids are actually supposed to be used as coasters. All you have to do is take the lid off your cup and it will fit perfectly on the base of the cup. Don't believe me? Well, the patent design sketch for the original disposable cup included this feature, and the use of the lid as a coaster was one of the main features of the cups when they were first introduced. So now you can enjoy your drink without your mum getting annoyed that you've made rings all over the table. Next up we have parking brake. When you park up, you likely press down the button on your parking brake. And if you ever catch your friend not pressing down this button, you likely cringe when you hear that nasty gear crunching sound, and probably scold them for damaging their car. Well, it turns out that while this noise may not be nice, it isn't bad after all. The noise you hear is just the braking system working as intended, and you're not damaging your car by not pressing down this button. The button simply cancels out the noise, so it's nicer for you to hear. Next up we have plungers. When you picture a toilet plunger, you likely think of this, right? Well, if you do, you're wrong. These are called cup plungers, and they should only be used for sinks, as they can't completely seal off liquids. What you should actually be using for your toilet is something you've likely never seen before. Flange plungers are plungers that are designed specifically for toilets. However, despite the flange plunger being the correct product, most stores don't even sell them, simply because people are used to using a cup plunger. Technically, the cup plunger does a good enough job, but it's nowhere near as effective as a flange plunger. Next up we have germ catching. Nobody likes getting sick, so it's important that we protect our friends and colleagues from receiving our germs by catching them. But the way most people catch germs actually makes it more likely for the people around them to catch them. You likely cover your mouth with your hand when you cough and your nose with your hand when you sneeze, but this actually makes the people around you more susceptible to catching your germs. Your hands touch everything from door handles to other people's hands, and sometimes even shared food and drink. What you should actually do is use your elbow to cover your mouth and nose to prevent germs spreading, because your elbow likely won't touch anywhere. Next up we have cutlery placement. When you finished eating, you likely just put your knife and fork anywhere on your plate, but there are actual etiquette rules that many people follow. It might be more relaxed in your own home, but at some people's houses, restaurants and dinner parties, you should use these rules, because the way you place your cutlery could be considered rude if you don't do it right. If you're taking a rest from eating, you should leave your knife and fork like this. When you're ready for the next course, you should make a cross with your cutlery. When the meal was great, leave your cutlery facing to the right. When the meal is simply over, you can leave your cutlery facing upwards. And if you did not enjoy the meal, then you should leave your cutlery in a triangular shape. These rules should help you not to embarrass yourself by accidentally showing someone that you didn't like their food. Next up we have steering wheel position. You've probably heard of the steering wheel hand position of 10 and 2, mirroring 10 and 2 on a clock face, and the chances are you or your parents use it. Well, the 10 and 2 steering wheel hand position is not only outdated, but also dangerous. People used to use the 10 and 2 position to help them steer easier, but now most cars have power steering, so this is no longer needed. And because the airbags in the steering wheel are inside the areas where 10 and 2 are, those driving at 10 and 2 can break their arms or kill themselves themselves with their arms if their airbags go off when their hands are at 10 and 2. What you should actually do is use 9 and 3, which is basically placing your hands in the middle of the steering wheel on both sides. This position is much safer and usually more comfortable. Next up we have lipstick. A lot of women simply put on their lipstick by using the outline of their lips, but this is often inaccurate and it's hard to apply lipstick exactly around the edges of your lips. And then, as we all know, mistakes can be made. Instead, use your lipstick to draw an X shape onto your lips. This way your lips won't look like a lumpy M shape and will look sharper and more attractive. After drawing the X as a guide, you can fill in your lips as you would normally. This isn't just good for making lipstick easier to apply, it also gives your lips a fuller look and is bound to make men go crazy. Next up we have soda straw. Have you ever put a straw in your can of soda but the carbonated drink makes it float to the top? This can be really annoying, but there's a simple fix to it, and it involves a hidden design feature built right into the can. Instead of just putting the straw into the can of drink, simply pull the tab you use to open the drink around so it covers the hole in the can, and then insert the straw through the hole. And just like that, the tab will keep the straw in place and stop it from floating to the top. The designers of modern drinks cans made this one of the main design features of the can, but they didn't include any text to point this out, so most people don't even know about this trick. Next up we have peeing standing up. Most males over the age of 2 pee standing up. This is commonly seen as the best option, and people often feel bad for women who have to sit down to pee. Well, it turns out that women might not have it so bad. Peeing sitting down actually makes it easier for pee to exit the bladder, because when you're sitting down, the bladder is in a more appropriate position to move liquids out. And you don't need to worry about missing the toilet bowl if you have bad aim. Not that I know anything about that, of course, I'm just saying, for a friend. And that just about wraps up this video. Check out the poll in the top right corner and you guys can vote for the mistake you make the most. But as always, thanks for watching, check out some more videos on screen right now, leave a like if you enjoyed, and if you haven't already, what are you waiting for? Subscribe.